Have you ever walked into a crowded room, scanned 100 faces, and then suddenly locked eyes with someone and felt a jolt of absolute, undeniable recognition? It's not just attraction. It's something deeper. It's that spooky, electric feeling of, oh, there you are. I know you. It feels like destiny. It feels like a cosmic joke that only the two of you are in on. In those early days, it feels like magic. We call this the romance phase. It is nature's most potent anesthetic. It blinds us to reality just long enough for us to get hooked. Because if you saw the truth right away, you'd probably run for the hills. What if I told you that magnetic pull wasn't about your future soulmate, but about your ancient history? Welcome to the difficult, beautiful, and mildly terrifying world of Imago psychology, the theory that suggests the partners we fall madly in love with are essentially reflections of the people who raised us. Yes, the cliché is true. In a psychological sense, you marry your parents. Now, before you get grossed out, stay with me. It's not weird, it's survival. It's the architecture of how we learn to love. You see, we all grow up with unmet needs. Even in the best, most loving homes, childhood is a process of getting wounded. Maybe your dad was a great provider but emotionally distant. Maybe your mom loved you fiercely but was anxious and smothering. Maybe you were criticized too much, or ignored too often. Your developing brain took all of this in, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and created a composite image of the caretakers. This is your imago. Your imago is a honing device. A subconscious radar scanning the dating pool, looking for someone who feels familiar. The human unconscious is obsessed with healing. We don't want a fresh start, we want a do-over. We unconsciously seek out partners who carry the same wounding traits as our parents, because we hope that this time, with this person, we can get a different ending. Let's look at our couple, Leo and Mia. Their blueprints seem opposite, which is exactly why they're drawn to each other. Leo grew up in a home with a mother who was intrusive and anxious, and a father who was physically present but emotionally checked out. Leo's imago seeks connection above all else. He needs to feel felt. But he is terrified of being abandoned, just like his dad abandoned him emotionally. Then there is Mia. Mia grew up in a house where feelings were considered messy, inconvenient, and weak. She learned to be self-sufficient. Vulnerability was dangerous. Her imago seeks space, competence, and control. She is terrified of being overwhelmed by someone else's emotions. When they met, their imagos clicked like magnets. Leo loved Mia's strength and independence. She seemed so solid, so unlike his anxious mother. She was a rock. Mia loved Leo's warmth and emotional openness. He was the antidote to her cold childhood home. He made it safe to feel. It was perfect. Until it wasn't. The romance phase inevitably ends. The anesthetic wears off. And the power struggle begins. Suddenly, the very traits that attracted them to each other become the sources of their greatest pain. Leo starts to feel anxious because Mia is busy with work. His unconscious screams, "It's happening again. You're being ignored just like Dad ignored you." So Leo clings. He demands reassurance. He becomes the pursuer. This triggers Mia's deepest fears. She feels suffocated by his emotional needs. Her unconscious screams, "It's too messy. I'm losing myself." So Mia withdraws. She goes cold. She becomes the isolator. The cycle completes itself. They are reenacting their childhood wounds in perfect synchronization. They feel betrayed. They think they married the wrong person. This is the crucible. This is where most relationships wither and die, or settle into a permanent Cold War. But Imago theory says this nightmare isn't a mistake. It's the point. The conflict is supposed to happen. It's nature's way of bringing wounds to the surface so they can finally be healed. Your partner isn't your enemy. They are your custom-designed healer. But the healing is paradoxical. To heal, you have to give your partner exactly what they need, usually the thing that's hardest for you to give. To heal Leo, Mia must stay present when he is emotional, instead of escaping into her fortress of solitude. By doing this, she gives Leo the consistency his father never gave him. She rewrites his history. And to heal Mia, Leo must learn to self-soothe and give her space, instead of clinging to her. By doing this, he shows her that emotions won't destroy her. He gives her the safety and autonomy her parents never did. This is the shift from an unconscious marriage to a conscious marriage. It's no longer about finding the right person, it's about becoming the right person. You don't marry your parents to repeat the past. You marry them to repair it. It's incredibly hard work. It's messy. The shadows of your childhood never fully disappear. But when you stop fighting the conflict and start using it as fuel for growth, that's when the real magic happens. Not the fairy tale kind. The enduring kind. So, the next time you look at your partner during a fight and think, "My God, you are just like my mother." Take a deep breath. And maybe, just maybe, say, "Thank you. Let's get to work."